Good afternoon, good morning, and good day. It is your boy, Big Buppo. Bupple up against Prime, the Alpha, the Omega, the Beta, the Zeta, the Gamma, the other Greek letter, doesn't even matter. You name it, I claim it. Our bow build's still cheating. Let's ask our opponent, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, they clearly have an opinion on it, and the opinion seems to be that they don't want to deal with it, they don't want to have to handle it, they don't want to be the ones to play against the bow build. And, you know, after rereading some of the comments of the original video, because if you haven't seen it before, you can go watch the bow build. That's a few patches back. It was the patch where Light Roll got buffed, and yeah, it was a different time then, I will tell you that much, but I will also say not much has changed. Not much has changed. As you can see, it's the same game. And Light Roll is still very strong. Albeit, the nerf is actually noticeable in this build, alright? I'm not going to pretend like, oh, nothing's changed. Some things have. Not much, but some things have. Like, as you can see, the strategy's the same. Keep your distance, but close enough to have them think they can reach you, and apply status effects. Now, someone had suggested, you know, try the Stormhawk arrows, and I figured, yeah, I did. They do damage, they do poise damage, and I think they're pretty good for headshots. But the reality is I prefer to rely on the status effects, because when you play on PC, you find out that the cross-region platform thing, whether it's toggled on or off, doesn't matter on PC. You're still playing cross-region for some reason. I don't know if it's a glitch, I don't know what's going on, but the amount of latency I deal with and the research that I've done on it, it would very much seem that that doesn't matter, so you might as well, you know, run some kind of status effect to compensate for people who lag too much to be able to hit. So we run the poison arrows, we run the rod arrows, we run whatever we run to make sure that we get our wins, you know what I mean? But, like, are they cheating? Are these builds cheating? Well, yeah, yes, and actually no. You know, reality is like so much has changed, but nothing's changed at all. I'll tell you what's changed. The fact that, like, before it was like chased down. Yeah, this guy quit out. This guy quit out. He didn't even want to deal with it, but that's what I'm talking about. Though I'll tell you, you know, what has changed? What has changed is now players are aware. Players know. Players see this. They see you pull out the black bow, they see you pull out the arrows, and they're like, fuck this, I don't want to deal with it. And to be absolutely fair, I do not blame them. I do not blame them, because I've been making other builds on the side. I've been playing this game a bunch. I know I haven't been releasing videos as regularly as I would hope I was going to, and as other people would hope, but you know, I've been playing the game. I've been playing the game and playing against other bow build users. I'm like, oh damn, this is what I was doing to people? Holy shit. Feels like cheating. Feels like cheating. But there's a direct counter to it. And the direct counter isn't giving up. Don't do this. If you give up, you'll never beat it. If you give up, you won't win. So you know what? When it comes up in the video, when the fight happens, I'll explain how to beat the bow build. But if you watch the original video, you'll know. You'll know. It's a similar way. Oh, I remember this fight. This is actually really funny. So homie lies down, and he just lets me start hitting him. So I'm like, you know what? I'll do a charge attack. See if he gets up. See if I can, you know, get a little fight out of him. And he parries me, nearly one-shots me, and I was like, oh no. But I don't know why he gave up. He could have totally, like, capitalized on that and beaten me. So I figured, you know what? Put it out of his misery. Spark aromatic. We'll just keep that on us in case we need it. Also, I keep the, instead of using the pocket Melanias, I was keeping a Anspur Rapier to apply Scarlet Rot and have the Scarlet Rot pots, because I was just dealing with so much latency as of late. I feel like the only people still playing Elden Ring right now, not that the game is dead, like, no, but it's like the genuine, like, people who absolutely enjoy the game, and it turns out that that's just a lot of small groups of people who enjoy the PvP who play around the world, so you're just going to deal with that, you know? And it's playing on PC, so it's not like I can turn the cross-region connection off. And yeah, another thing to confirm that, because I brought it up earlier, but another thing that confirms that, oh, hold on, wait a minute, here it is, how to beat the bow build. The Clean Rot Rapier, or the S-Stock, any thrusting sword that has about that amount of range and pretty much that amount of speed, if you close in the gap, the bow build user has completely lost, because the light roll was nerfed just enough to make it so that you cannot get away from a thrusting sword user like that. Maybe if they're using a shorter thrusting sword like the Antspur rapier or just the regular rapier, but as soon as you got an S-stock or you got a clean rod rapier, that's the counter. So for those of you who are like, man, I hate fighting bow builds, it's such a passive and horrible style of play, like I don't want to deal with it, the easiest way to deal with it is just pull out the pokey sword. Get the pokey and it's done. Game over. And a fast weapon too, like this guy is getting me with the dagger, right? It doesn't have as much range. But if that weapon had just a tiny bit more range, I'd be done for and dealt with, man. Especially if you have like a Bloodhound step or like a quick step on it, you'll be able to avoid most of the arrows and, manage to deal the damage that you need to deal. So, now, is the bow build still good? Is it still strong? Yeah, absolutely. Does it encourage passivity in your gameplay? Unfortunately, yes. And I know in the original video I was saying, oh, this is really fun, I'm having a good time. I was, because it was the novelty of the build at the time. Keep in mind, that first one was 6 months ago. It was 6 months ago, and I wanted to do it again and see, after, 6 months of updates with Elden Ring, is it still fun to play? Is it still a good build? It's still a good build. It's still very strong. 90% of the time, it still feels like cheating, but the novelty has weared off. It is not as fun as it used to be, and I say that because we've never had bow builds like this. Like, what really elevated bow builds, because I've tried bow builds in the other games. I tried it in Dark Souls 2, I tried it in Dark Souls 3, the PvP specifically. PvE, I tried it in Dark Souls 1, and I'd always get annoyed with the build or bored with it, because, like, you didn't have any tools and didn't have much of a move set. It's just shoot the arrow, shoot the arrow. But Elden Ring made the difference, not just with the light roll, because people say like, yeah, well, the light roll makes the build, but like, no, honestly, what made the build for me, and what made it fun to play, and what made it an actual, like, fighting style to me, was being able to jump. Being able to jump and, like, shoot that arrow from the jump and shoot the arrow on the landing, like that combination of two shots, and creating that, that variation and that offsetting in the playstyle, you know what I mean? Like that staggered hits and those staggered movements. It made the fighting style and the build come together. Also, that headshot in the air, that was sick. I really liked that. That was a good fight. That guy, he was gonna win. He had the right playstyle. He had the right idea. Unfortunately, he had too short of a weapon. Literally, if that was a thrusting sword, I would have lost halfway through that match. But, yeah, and how does it fare against mages? I mean, you guys are going to see here. This is going to be the typical situation with a bow build versus a mage. It doesn't always work out. It can. It depends on the person's health. But, like, yeah, that thrust was like, oh, that's death. If I get hit by that again, I'm dead. That was lucky. If that didn't proc, I would have lost. But, yeah, give the bow build distance. You're done for. You're dealt with. Unless you're playing the same game. And as mentioned before, it's about creating that mentality and psyching into your opponent into playing the game that you want to play. You're not playing Elden Ring duels, you're playing the shooting gallery game. You know what I mean? Like, you have to make them play your game, and that's how you win with the bow build. How you don't win with the bow build is, look at this guy. This is what I was talking about, right? And it happened in the first video too. Status effect, and thrusting sword, you're done and dealt with. But he switches to the curved sword, the Samshir, and then he goes back to the thrusting sword. So I guess he didn't want to use the off-stock, or sorry, not the off-stock, and doesn't want to use the rod. My bad. This guy psyching me out. He psyched me out the time I fought him, and he's psyching me out in the re-recording again, because I haven't watched the footage in a while. But, yeah, this is how you do it. This is how you beat the bow build. So this is why my final verdict is it's no longer cheating. I would argue that it was definitely a little bit cheating in the past. Especially, I did not know, like, I knew, when I put out that last video, I knew that light rolls was buffed, but it was only after a few weeks and watching other content creators make their videos and, like, dealing with light rollers afterwards, because I'm a medium roll player, I've always have been. Like, this was new to me. I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, bow build, light roll, this is crazy. Jumping, whoa, this is an actual build. And again, the novelty was lost over time. But coming back to it, and, watching, like, the actual difference in made, I realized, oh, yeah, this shit needs to be nerfed. This light roll, disgusting. And now this is a time where it is nerfed. This is 1.09. And even with the nerf, it's still really, really good. But the nerf was just enough to make it be able to be caught. It was just enough that if you got that thrusting sword, it annihilates bow build. So there's a hard counter to it. So I'd argue it's no longer cheating, at least not as much as it used to be. It's just a different playstyle at this point. Not the best playstyle to go up against, as you saw. People don't like it. Also, this guy was really way too aggressive. Like he didn't even, obviously, he does not have time to do emotes, you know? I don't want to waste my time doing emotes, is what he's saying. So, alright, we got right into the fight. I didn't waste my time killing him, apparently. But at some point, bro, if you're going to be that aggressive, like, take the time to think, at least. And don't make the same mistake, like, 4 times in a row for the 3/4 of your health bar. Like, what are you doing, bro? You know, that's my 2 cents. I think, maybe it's okay to waste your time doing emotes. At the end of the day, it's about having fun. And if you're not having fun doing emotes, that's fine too, bro. Listen, yes, I'm also clowning on G9 for the cloud, okay? But do I love and adore his content? Yes, I think he's a great content creator. I just want to make that clear. But, no, man, bow build, it's, to me, it's not as fun as it used to be. The novelty wears off after a while. And playing the game in the way that I usually play it, with medium rolls and like heavy weapons, that's more fun to me now. Albeit this was still a fun video to make, and this was a still fun thing to do. It's just, you know, it doesn't hit as different as it used to. It hits different, but in a worse way now. And but yeah, the light roll nerf didn't make much of a difference. I mean, the build still plays and runs the same way. You still best off using the same materials and items. Spark Aromatic is still useful in the way it was. You still want to keep them in that same pocket, you know, that same distance where you want to be just close enough where they think they can reach you, but just far enough where they can't. And unfortunately, it is very much a playstyle of like passivity. Like it's a bait and punish playstyle, which straight up I don't like. I don't like, and I think that's the other part of it too, where I enjoyed it less and where I feel like it's not cheating, but it's cheesy. It's a really cheesy playstyle, because like how fun, like there's no fun in it for me. Like I understand people might have fun in doing that pure bait and punish. I'll only, you know, I'll only counter, I'll only wait until my opponent moves and then attack them on their end lag, or attack them on the roll catch. And it's like, come on, man. Like, if you're not going to be aggressive, and if you're like a minimum amount of aggressive to create those opportunities as opposed to just being like obnoxiously patient, then I don't understand how you're having fun doing that. To me, it feels like a waste of time. Is it the optimal and better way to play Elden Ring? Arguably, yes. Because it's a very hard playstyle to beat, but I don't know. Maybe I just lack the patience. Maybe it's just something about me that I prefer being aggressive. I mean, even with the bow build, you'd argue, well, you're watching me right now, and it's like, how many arrows did I miss? Why am I doing that? Because I'm trying to create an opportunity. I'm trying to force them to roll. I'm trying to force them to move. I'm trying to get them to be frustrated enough to close the gap and make the distance. And like, as you can see, this is a long fight, because this person is doing what you're supposed to be doing against a build like this, is be patient, go from side to side, strafe the arrows. And me, it's like, I mean, I have the bow build. I don't have to approach, but inevitably I get impatient and I start approaching, because it's like, I don't want to just bait and punish. I want to actually play the game. I want to actually have a fight. Ironic, right? Because I did another bow build video, but realistically, like, this is how I want to play the game. I want you to swing at me, and I want to swing at you, and I don't want to see the 30 seconds left. I want this fight to be done in fucking 3 to 10 seconds, alright? I want us to, like, mash each other and destroy each other. And, yeah, sorry for swearing, YouTube algorithm, but it is what it is, alright? Anyways, some of you may be wondering, and if you got this far into the video, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Video's not over yet, though. Don't click out yet. I'm just saying, if you're liking the content, if you enjoy the content, if you want to encourage me to keep making content, please like and subscribe, because I need the dopamine, it turns out. It turns out I like dopamine. I like it when people like, comment, and watch my stuff. And I love interacting with you guys in the comments. And yeah, main reason I haven't been making videos lately was just a lot of stuff happened and changed in my life. Visited family in Portugal over the holidays. That was really fun. I moved right after I came back from the holidays. I'm planning a wedding and getting married this summer, right? And changed jobs, like just so much happening at once. And yeah, so I just tried, I needed to get my schedule back in order. So I apologize if you guys were waiting on videos and you're like, oh man, this guy's not posting anymore. Like, I read some comments in the last videos I posted were like, is Buppo dead? It's like, what happened to him? Did he die? And it's like, oh shit, he's back, he's alive. So like, don't worry guys, I am alive. I am still kicking. I am still making videos. Oh, and that's the other thing. The other reason I haven't been posting as regularly is I'm trying to get back to live streaming on Twitch again. Because I used to live stream like 5 days a week, 3 hours a night. I was super consistent with it for 4 years. Mainly played Super Smash Bros. If you guys didn't know about me, that's what I did. And I'm getting back into it. Not playing Smash though. I'm playing Elden Ring. Maybe Smash sometimes, but... yeah, it's not going to be purely Elden Ring content on Twitch, but it's going to be mainly Elden Ring content on Switch. So, not Switch, sorry, Twitch. So if you guys want to come on in and check out my Twitch channel and see when I'm live, I'm going to be posting that schedule pretty soon. I'm thinking Sunday nights and Monday nights. Maybe Sunday during the day and Monday nights, but... You know, one of those days is going to be during the day, or both those days are going to be in the evenings. Probably something like 7 to 10 p.m. If not 7 to 10 p.m., we're going to be looking like a 5 to 8 p.m. You know what I mean? Like a nice little 3-hour block, 2, maybe 3 times a week, because I'm thinking maybe we do Friday mornings for our European viewers, and that way they can watch in their evening, and I can still put out content. Because I only work in Friday afternoon, so like my new schedule of work is very sporadic and different than it used to be. It's no longer a 9-to-5 type job, so is what it is. But yeah, I've been making content, I've been around, I've been doing stuff, and I'm still kicking, I'm still here, so don't worry. And I've actually got a bunch of videos pre-made right now. So if you're watching this, just know there are literally 4 other videos that are finished and edited and will be coming out over the next few weeks. So I've changed my format in a way where I make batches of videos now, and then I put them out to come out over time. So if ever it's no longer, like there's an update that comes out and it's no longer the same version of Elden Ring, I will make it clear in the video, and I will put out a disclaimer either at the start or somewhere in the middle of the video, just so you guys know. If you guys have been watching Saint Riot recently, it's actually a similar situation where a lot of his footage was like 1.08, and he calls that out, and that's good to know. So I want you guys to know which version we're playing on. That way, for those of you who are more like PvP savvy, and not as much of a casual as I am, because ironically, yes, I know all these things, but I play super casually. Oh man, I don't know if that guy... Okay, he did disconnect. Yeah, my man gave up. He disconnected. Sorry, I haven't been commentating on the fights, just been kind of giving you guys this update, but... You know, it's not just a new bow build video. I mean, everything's kind of similar to the last one, so might as well give you guys an update on my life and what's been going on and what you guys should expect for the future of this channel. So we got some videos coming up, fully edited, ready to go. I'm working on another batch, hopefully within the next few weeks while these ones are being uploaded as well. And that way you guys should get like a regular stream of content coming in. While I go through my bouts of working and not working on videos. So, you know, kind of a drip feed type situation, but that way we'll guarantee that content keeps pulling through. And in case it's not, you know, reach out to me, encourage me, you know, catch me on Twitch and tell me, hey, Buppo, come on, man, work on a video. We're waiting. Or, you know, go on my Discord and harass me there. DM me on Twitter, bro, anything. Like, I like the interaction, I like getting to know people, and I'm having fun, so... Anyways, that's pretty much it for the duels. Here's the equipment, same as last time, nothing too different. Same stats as last time too, and thanks again for watching. Have a great day.
Subscribe to Big Buppo's YouTube, you must. Or tickle your toes, I will.